Hello everyone. Now in this video I'm gonna do a little bit of identity question. So whenever you see the the three equal sign, this means identity. Yeah, I can't write it anything here. So basically my pencil is at school, so I have to use my hands to write it, which makes it really hard. This signs means identity. So the question already said it is an identity. If it is already an identity, so we already know that left hand side will equals to right hand side. That's my little brother sitting next to me because he wants to see what I'm doing. So because the three dot sign opposite, it is an identity which is given by the question. So left hand side equals to right hand side. This is your first mark because some teachers give you marks. And then now what was our question? The question number 4, okay? It's ax plus 2x minus b, 3 equal sign, that means identical to negative 2x squared plus cx minus 6. Now for identity, it means that these things cannot go there if you do it within the equation, but after you separate them, then you can. Then I have to open up, so this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. So ax times x, you will have ax squared. A times negative b, so negative ab, and then there's also an x. And then the bottom one, 2 times x and 2x, 2 times negative b, negative 2b, and then again 3 equal sign. Okay, until here. So we know that left hand side equals to right hand side. What does that even mean? That means you have to compare the coefficients. So take out everything that has x squares, these two, and then we take out everything that has x, these, and then we take out everything that has nothing, that means no x at all, these ones, and then we compare everything together. So we compare the x squares first. Now for x squared on the left hand side we have a, just write that. Then on the right hand side we have negative 2, so left hand side equals to right hand side. And then how about the x ones? We have negative ab and a positive 2, and then a positive c here. So negative ab plus 2 here, and then plus c there. But because we have so many unknowns here, so we don't do this one first because we don't know b, we don't know c. So we leave it here until now. And then let's do the yellow one, the constants one. So on the left hand side we have negative 2b, and then on the right hand side we have negative 6. So here negative 2 is multiplied, so if you go it to the other side it will be divided, and then you can click this in calculator. You'll be able to get that as 3. So now you know that b is 3 and a is negative 2. What can we do? We can replace it back to the equation here. Oops. So we can replace it back here. So we use this equation again now. We have negative ab plus 2 equals to c, right? A was negative 2, so negative outside, and then bracket if you have to replace some numbers. A replaced by negative 2, b replaced by there was 3 there, and then plus 2. And click this whole thing in calculator, so you'll be able to get the answer as, okay, just click this one first. You will have 6, and 6 plus 2, 8. So c is 8. So we know that a is negative 2, b is 3, and c is 8. In the end, write it this way because it helps the marker understand nicely that you know all of them. It's easier to mark too. So hopefully you understood this question. Now let me try another question. 5a. You had 2x plus 9 identical to bx plus 9. So because we know it's an identity means left hand side equals to right hand side. So everything that's related to the x will be equal to each other, and then the unknowns equals to each other's. Unknowns means the one without any x or x squares or any unknowns like that. This is what we call constant. So the first one, the things with x, on the left hand side we have 2, then on the right hand side we have b, so b equals to 2. How about for 9? Do we have to do anything? No, because 9 equals to 9, so nothing to do with it. So next question. You have y squared minus ay plus b identical to y minus 3, y plus 2. So because you have brackets, so your first step is to make sure it's already open up. So this goes to both of them, the first one, and then the negative 3 also goes to both of them. So y times y, you can have y squared, y times 2, you can have 2y negative, and then negative 3 times y, negative 3y, negative 3 times 2, negative 6. So now everything is opened up, right? The left hand side, nothing to change. It's so hard to write with hands. And next step is to compare everything. So y squares compare with the y squares, they're already the same. And then y's compares with the y's. And then the last one, unknowns, constants, compare with the constants. Constant seems easier, right? Both sides. Let's do that one first then. Or you want to go in order? Okay, go in order. Y squares and y squares, both sides are same, so nothing to do with it. You can just directly cancel them out. No need to do anything with it. And then now the y's. On left hand side we have negative a, and on the right hand side we have left hand side equals to right hand side positive 2 and then minus 3. 2 minus 3 is negative 1, negative a. Now both of them have a negative sign, right? So if you don't need it, take out from both of them. So y equals to 1, a equals to 1. So, and the next thing, compare the constants, the one with no unknowns at all. So on the left hand side we have b, and on the right hand side we have negative 6. It's already done, right? Nothing to do with it. B equals to negative 6. So if you have more questions, just send me.